I will start with a quick introduction regarding the brand, regarding the products that we have, so that you know what are the options, how to use the product, what can you use, or which systems do we have available to do what we will see in the training. And then I already spoke a little bit with some people around here. I understand we have some new users, some existing users, LED wall, projection. I will try to cover a bit of everything. But I will start with the really basic elements. So maybe for some of you, some stuff will be repetition, but I hope I can bring some new stuff to the table. As mentioned, quick introduction first. I'm sure everybody of you knows ArKaos, otherwise you would not be here. But we're already existing for a very long time, since 1996. We're making video software. You can imagine 1996, video was very, very new back in those days. And back then, ArKaos was a technician with a big rack with some servers inside, doing tours like Jean-Michel Jarre, but not software that was just available to buy in a shop and put on your computer. But we decided after that, after the big tours, after the big projects, to make or to bring software or video software to everybody. To try to make a solution that is not for that one technician with a big rack, but to make sure that people can do their own video. And it started with VJ back in the days, so with a software package you install on your own computer and you can play around with it. You can trigger some video clips and the music gets played and so on. Then we moved to ArKaos VJ DMX, which was our first part of the lighting world. The first DMX control. Today, of course, we're almost 20 years further, and the world looks completely different. And we have two divisions of the company now. We have, on one hand, ArKaos, Interactive Visual Technologies, which is the part that is still doing the VJ market, that's still providing solutions for people that want to have live interaction with what's happening on the stage. It's a very important part for our company. We're market leader there, but on the other side, we also have the Pro market, ArKaos Pro, where we make MediaMaster Pro, MediaMaster Express, and the hardware solution that you see in front of you. And that's what we will talk about today. I guess everybody is here for the Pro market, and for us it's really a complete separate division. We have our dedicated support, we have our dedicated development, we have our dedicated trainings, where the VJ side is more, you buy a software package, explore, find your way, how do you want to use it. Here we will try to teach you how to optimize the way of using the software. You will see that on both sides, but I'll come back to that later in my presentations, we have a quite unique point of our way of thinking about the video world and our way of bringing the products to the market. First of all, what's very important for us, so video, it's not the biggest world like Apple computers, for example, so we try to bring our products globally to the market. So we work worldwide, and of course, US for us is a very important market, but also Japan, China, Australia, we try to be everywhere. I don't have to tell you or explain you that every part of the world works in a different way, has its own way of thinking, its own way of setting up video and controlling video. But that's for us one of the strong points. We travel, we see people, we meet people, and with the feedback that we get from all the different parts in the world, we try to merge that to make the most efficient software. And also beta testing wise, we have a global beta testing team system of good users from us. As soon as we launch a new product, it's going globally first to be tested on, first of all, our hardware that we can do ourselves. But we cannot have every possible laptop that's available on the market in our warehouse, of course. So that's why we work with a global beta testing system. And I will never say that it will work on every computer. It's impossible to test that. But it allows us to already get a lot of small bugs, small tweaks done before we go to the market. Because of course reliability is a very important part into the entertainment industry. You want your media server to run the whole show and not only the first 45 minutes, I guess. And to arrive at the point where we are today with our software and with our hardware, we have of course our own development. We have two offices. We have one in Belgium where we do sales, marketing, and we have product or software design, software product management, but we also have a second team in Serbia that's doing a lot of development. And because of that, the fact that we have quite a big team, we can cover a lot of change on the market very fast. For example, new version of Apple comes out, we will try to get it working before it comes out, and not 6 months after it comes out. for example. And we can do that because we have a quite big team of engineers that are working on it. So we can work in parallel on different projects at the same time. Remember what I was explaining regarding ArKaos and ArKaos Pro. We are developing 2 products at the same time. Worldwide feedback and beta testing is something I already covered. Cleaning it, I'll come back to that a little bit later. Technology that patented in the US. And very important, privileged relations with ATI, NVIDIA, and Apple. Yosemite, the example that I just gave you, new OS coming out, we try to cover it before it comes out instead of afterwards, so that we don't run into problems. Of course, sometimes we're also related or dependent of third parties. For example, our dongle at the moment is not working on Yosemite. That's not because we didn't do it, it's because the provider of the hardware dongle has to update their drivers. So sometimes we have to find a way to get everything connected to each other. But you will see ATI, NVIDIA, graphical cards. For us, it's also a very important privileged relation that we have with them. On the smaller servers that we have in front of us, maybe a little bit less, but you will see the big machines, studio and stadium servers. If you've managed to find exactly the same graphical card in a store, it will not act the same as in our servers. We have our own drivers, our own way of working with that hardware, our own updated touchscreen to control it in a much easier way, and so on. The only way to do that is to work very close with them together and to test that and so on and so on. So it's really about finding a good balance there, a good way of working. And I think we managed to do that in a very good way. ArKaos Research and Development, 3 key points for our product. Highest performance, continuous innovation, and ease of use. Now, you will think, yeah, everybody that's doing a presentation here will say the first 2, because everybody wants a product that is good and new. That's not something that I can tell you. But what is, for us, very important is that last part. Video, a lot of people, or a lot of companies, they make video in a way that everybody's scared of it. Yeah? It's like flying a spaceship and you have 15 buttons to touch before you have something on the screen, and as soon as it fails, nobody knows what to do. And it made a lot of people and a lot of smaller, medium-sized companies be afraid and say, no, I don't want anything to do with it. Video only goes wrong. We changed the way of working. For us, video should not be more than turning it on and off. It's like a light. At the beginning, you can turn it on and off. And of course, then, if you have a moving light, you turn it on. And then you can do more with it. You can put a color in front, you can give it a position, a gobo with a prism, and so on. But in the beginning, on and off. And that's what we do. Exactly the same with video. Video in the beginning, not more than turning it on and off. 12 channel fader wing. Yesterday 12 parkends, today 12 videos. And of course you can do much more, and then we end up with the nice objects that you have in front of you with video mapping, edge blending, with multiple layers, with lighting discs or whatever. But it's about, we start from the beginning, from the basics, and then we build on top of it. And if we see that last point, ease of use, fast and easy to use. And it's like the Super Bowl. There is one Super Bowl in a year, but there are much more one-day off events that you also want to do something nice and something cool, so we want to be fast and efficient on that. Or the Eurovision Song Contest, for example. The challenge for us is to be fast and easy to use, but still make new stuff and still make it work in a reliable way. So we start always from the last point and work back to innovation and performance. And for us, that's a formula that really works, and that our customers, and I hope, including you, today or maybe tomorrow, will agree with me. So, there are 3 very important keywords.